gentlemen, I'm your host, Jerk, and welcome to the big show. I hope everyone is doing well. It is a chilly Los Angeles winter day, currently 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 32 Celsius for the rest of the world. Today we have a longtime friend of the show making their return after about a year. A year, is that right?
Good luck, everyone.
Wow, time flies. It's the OG Tier 7 campaign cruiser, the long gone but not forgotten premium IJN ship. Give it up for Atago. What a sight for sore eyes. A long time ago, this was my most played cruiser, but as new lines and nations came out, it was slowly power crept, and suddenly we just didn't have as much in common anymore. We said we'd stay friends and promised to keep in touch, but you know how it goes. But now, a year later, I gotta say, maybe it's because I've just been locked in, but she's looking real good. And I started thinking maybe I'd made a terrible mistake. The main issue with Atago is its DPM. Yes, it's got great torps, but the AP is only okay, as its primary weapon is its HE shells, which hit hard, but the reload leaves a lot to be desired. So to try and counter this, I switched from Mikawa and put on Azure Lane Atago, and oh baby, what a difference. Who needs AP when your HE hits just as hard and has a 25% chance to start fires? Of course, if you missed out on the campaign, these days you can pick up this ship for 750,000 global XP. But should you? Well, if you love the Mogami and you think having more forward-facing torp angles matter, if you think having just barely better main battery firing angles matter, then this ship may complete you. Shut up. Shut up. You had me at torp angles. Alright, let's get to this match. We're on the beloved Two Brothers, a map that has been serving me a lot of Krakens the past couple months. And if the map rotation truly is random, why does everyone agree that this map is so rare? Anyway, this is actually a very good map for Atago. Lots of open water for maneuvering. You can choose when you want to engage the enemy by firing and then dropping spot for your next salvo. Plenty of islands for setting up ambushes, and a Mogami kill that's just up for the yoinking. I'm not the only one shooting at it. You see that Destroyer did as well, and my division mate did say, "Can you finish that?" So I was happy to oblige. And there is a goddamn Wichita. I think we should burn this Wichita at the stake. But we will put this in the Lord's hands. It's quite simple. If the Wichita burns, then it's a horrible ship that no one should publicly play. If it doesn't, then it means that I've been mistaken this entire time, but the Lord will provide for the Wichita captain. Now, some of you may say, "Jerk, your logic is flawed. It's just a ship. Of course it will burn. All ships can burn. That doesn't prove anything." Blasphemy. Let me present my evidence that it is indeed an evil ship. Ask yourselves this. If it were indeed a ship as any other, would it not have a citadel? If it were a ship like any other, would every round fired by any ship do little to zero damage? And if it were in fact not evil, then why does my 25% chance of starting a fire not light this SOB on fire? Maybe it's not burning because it's actually innocent and just misunderstood. But let me also point out that it floats. And you know what else floats? Wood and ducks. But we can't compare its weight to a duck, but wood also burns. So let's burn this Wichita. Burn it. Burn it. Yeah, oh man. Well, you know what? I got his Mogami kill so he can have that Wichita. I'm just glad it's dead. My cleansing fire has plenty more of the Lord's work to do, such as the Bismarck who is creeping up the middle. So while I head back to our base to purify the usurper, we might as well fill the airtime with a mini-map breakdown and some basis of what we knew and when we knew it. At the beginning of the game, I checked the roster and we saw there was a 3-ship division on the red team, 2 destroyers and a Gneisenau. And when a Gneisenau was spotted at the beginning, I checked to see if it was the person in the division. So once we knew it was, we knew we would be in the clear on this side to push. Our friendly destroyer took a wide route around the east while we eliminated his 2 primary threats, cruisers, one of them equipped with a radar. Now, I could push up the side with them, but that would allow the red team on our base to establish a crossfire on our west flank. We also know both of their destroyers are alive and well, and they were last spotted fairly south on the map. And they're most likely trying to get around behind our ships, so I've informed my division mate that I'm going to head back, and he and our destroyer can continue to push that side. They should have it pretty much made, as it is just the 2 of them going up against another Gneisenau and a Vladivostok.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
So we haven't seen anything too ridiculous yet, but my rate of starting fires is about to shoot through the roof. As I mentioned at the beginning, using these skills on Azure Lane Atago, my chance to start fires is 25%. That's pretty insane when you think about the fact that I'm pumping out 10 shells at a time every 15-ish seconds. And we're going to see it right here when I come across this broadside Bismarck just sitting here waiting for who knows what. But in my first salvo, I'm going to set 2 fires. And it makes sense that they would immediately put that out. Most people would. But you also have to remember, well, this ship can start these like there's no tomorrow. So with their damage control already over, we get out another salvo and drop some torps just in case for the synop. No luck on that salvo, but we're about ready to fire again, and I think this time we just get 1? Or is it 2? 2. And those are going to stick and burn for a very long time. You know what? Let's just try and get 1 more. Oh, we just got a high cal. And now we have 3 permanent. They're dead. I'm not even going to waste my time shooting at them anymore. I will just let them burn down. And I'm going to start focusing the synop because Russian battleships have a limited number of damage controls. I don't know how many they would have used by this point, but probably at least 1, I would assume. So I'm going to try and get them to start using all of them now. And if these battleship commanders want to thank somebody for what's about to happen to them, they can thank subscriber Rotary Beast. Last week? Maybe the week before? Are there weeks anymore? Today was tomorrow yesterday. I was out minding my business in my Vladivostok, and every single salvo I took was starting a fire on me. And they messaged me after the game, and I asked them if they were using the Azure Lane Atago commander. Of course they said. So right then, I dumped some promotion orders and commendations in, and I've been playing it ever since. And now you can see what this is doing. Fires just non-stop. Now I am playing a little loose and fast right now. The Atago doesn't have much armor, and every battleship out there can go right through my bow. But I'm just gonna move like a butterfly and burn like chlamydia. And you can see with my intuition, I can tell when I'm being targeted. I'm not really expecting to live here, but my plan was just to reset all these ships while my team kept. That Gneisenau puts out a single fire, And I'm thinking about shooting them again, but no, when I look back, well, we gotta take a shot at the destroyer for, of course it's gone. But when I look back to take another shot at this Gneisenau now, I can tell it's going to take one of those torps. So, I'm going to go back to the Synop and the other Gneisenau now and keep trying to get them. Our intuition perk is telling us that both those ships are targeting me. I don't know how much time is left on the Synop's reload, so I'm just keeping my fingers at the ready for the emergency brake turn-in to dodge, because that will at least get me 30 seconds for their next reload if I can survive one salvo. So I'm sucking in my gut to cinch in my belt and get as thin as possible. Okay, we dodged that round. But now I've got time to get out another set of torpedoes. And these torpedoes are going to do some work. Get another fire here, and then I'm going to kick on my sonar just in case this Gneisenau has shot torps at me. No, maybe it wouldn't matter. I've got that Synop to burn at least 2, if not 3 of their damage controls, so they'd probably burn down if I can get one more fire on them. On the other hand, maybe those 2 have will to rebuild on, but it doesn't look like it. And will to rebuild is not going to save you when you both drive into one set of torps for a double strike Kraken and the Taco Bell play of the game. Let's see it in slow-mo. Oh yeah. That is a thing of beauty, and that's Kraken 181 in my long-lost love, the Atago. Does this mean we'll be getting back together? Probably not officially. I mean, things didn't work out for a reason. But maybe on those nights when it's late and I've had a little too much scotch to drink, I'll just call and see if it's awake, that's all. So our team, they're just gonna cap. And this destroyer is just going to sit there and bathe in the burning beauty of what they just witnessed, no doubt. And that will wrap it up for this one. Would the kids say this was lit? Was it another type of fire festival? You can tell me in the comments, or if you have any other burning questions, you can leave those too. We wrap up this game with 2,646 XP, a decent game, not a very good game, but on the higher end of a good game. If you haven't, you can cool your itch by gently applying the subscribe button to the affected areas. Like if nothing warms your heart by following up a double fire with an instant triple. If you prefer to use your damage control after just one fire, hit dislike. I'll get out there for another video soon, and we'll talk then.